We are officially back. Fall winter 2025 is around the corner, and whether you like it or not, it is coming. But with that comes the rise of 80s, more maximalism. Is minimalism on its way out? That is debatable, and I don't think that is the case, but we're definitely going to see a lot more vibrant colors, more personality, I think, shine through our looks. So I've done the work for you, and I've rounded up the top fashion trends that we are going to see a lot of in the next couple months, as well as the top colors that I think will dominate, based off all the runway looks that we saw in March of this year. And I think a lot of what I touch on in this video, you'll be surprised that you might actually already own. All you have to do is go to that wardrobe of yours, pull something out, and you'll be deemed trendy. Okay, look at you go, trendsetter. Hello everybody, welcome back to today's video. My name is Sabrina, and I talk a lot about luxury fashion to more affordable fashion, but today we're going to be talking about fashion trends for fall winter 2025. Let's get into it. Bring out your most voluminous pieces, the most structural pieces that you own, because the 80s are coming back. Now, over the past couple seasons at least, we are definitely no strangers to the power dressing. We are used to a statement shoulder pad at this point, but we are definitely going to see more of that exaggerated shoulder pads, cinched in waistlines, exaggerated proportions, and overall more exaggerated looks. Definitely more on the maximalist end, and something that we're not quite used to over the past couple years when we've kind of gone down the lane of more minimalism. Even though I'm definitely more of a minimalist girly, I'm actually so pleasantly pleased to see maximalism take a front seat, because I think it's rightfully due. We are going to see a lot of exaggerated outerwear, which I think when it comes to the colder months, when you're wearing a coat basically 24/7, the outerwear needs to be the moment. It needs to be a statement, and hence why it needs to be exaggerated. Balmain had this very structured, oversized, very 80s jacket with the very slouchy over the knee-high boot, really giving that 80s appeal, but more with a modern twist. This is a look that I can totally get behind. It's not full force 80, but it's 80 with more of a modern take. And then if you look at the Saint Laurent runway, they had so many 80s inspired looks with very vibrant colors. Then the waist was cinched in with this very vibrant belt that was almost like just a bow tie. And then it was paired with a pencil skirt, and I think you'll notice a lot in the fall winter months is that we're going to see a lot of pencil skirts, if not knee-length skirts. There's definitely less of the mini, less of the maxi, and more focus on the pencil knee-length skirt. And then to tie that look all together, they had these very maximalist gold chunky earrings, which I'm so into. I own a couple pairs, not from Saint Laurent, but more so like Etsy and like random places. The best kind of earrings to buy vintage are these style earrings, because you will find so many of them. Oh my god. So get ready for the 80s to come back. Vibrant colors, a very statementy outerwear, asymmetrical, a trend that we are no strangers to. We've definitely been seeing this across spring summer 2025. However, going to the fall winter months, I think we're going to see a lot of deconstructed silhouettes. I think we're going to see a lot of unexpected hems, a lot of raw hemming, a lot of unexpected drapery, and a lot of cutouts. I think we're going to see a lot of unfinished business. That's what I like to call it, in a good way though. We're going to see this across the board within skirts, shirts, slash hemlines on dresses and skirts specifically, sculptural blazers, deconstructed coats, and outerwear. But I think we're also going to see this with layering as well. So layering an asymmetrical shirt over maybe a slash trouser. I think the trend of asymmetrical and almost unfinished hemlines, unfinished business if you will, is going to be a great way to kind of test out the way that you like to layer and also have fun with your pieces. Try new things that maybe you would have never tried before. I think there's a lot of opportunities to have fun with your fashion, and one of the things that I saw throughout many runway shows as if I was invited to the runway shows, I'm talking actually just photos, is that there was a lot of going outside the box when it comes to layering and styling. There were a lot of looks that were very avant-garde and kind of outside the way that we would typically think about how we would style our looks. A texture-driven season. We are going to see a lot of texture in the next couple months. Now, there are a lot of textures that I could speak about, but I'm going to speak about two in specific. One of them being fur. Now, faux fur will always have a place in our wardrobes. Me specifically, I love having a good faux fur moment, but I think we're going to see fur in pieces that we would not originally expect. So we are going outside the norm of a fur jacket, and we're having fun with our fur accents instead. And we saw this across the board at Valentino, Chloe, Zimmermann, and Fendi specifically. There were so many fun fur accents at the Fendi show. Specifically this one dress that had the fur trim, almost looking like a coral. That I think is so much fun. But they also had the Fendi spy bag, which they are bringing back from their archive pieces, and they now have a new style of that with the faux fur. Blue Marine also has this fur trim dress, which I think we're going to see a lot of faux fur at the trim of dresses or skirts. Simone Rocha also had this faux fur bra top. I mean, the entire top basically is fur. And I think when we think about fur, we think about either a jacket, maybe even a handbag, but I think we're going to be taking it up a notch with accent pieces. We're going to be wearing fur and not your average way of wearing fur. The second texture that we are going to see a lot of is lace, and we've been seeing lace over the past couple of seasons now. I personally love a good lace moment, so I'm so pleasantly happy to know that lace is not going anywhere. Not that lace is really going anywhere. Lace is a timeless piece, but I think it definitely has its time and place in fashion. Lace was very popular across the board, but we really saw it with Saint Laurent, Zimmermann, Chloe, Dior. Valentino had a lot of lace. Alessandro Michele loves a lace moment for Valentino, that's for sure. If you like those lace little gloves, go get your hands on those right now. Side note, there was this t-shirt that came down the runway at Dior, and it was the J'adore Dior top, which is essentially bringing back a vintage piece. If you remember the J'adore Dior t-shirts that were very popular, that are now being sold at like what, the triple the price, but besides the point, that I know is definitely going to sell out. Does that also mean that there is going to be a resurgence in logo tees coming back? Okay, maybe, potentially. But overall, sheer lace tops are not going anywhere. You can pair it this time around with a pencil skirt to be very on trend. Lace in general is a very easy trend to tap into, and it really will never date. Again, it will have its place in fashion, but buying and owning a lace piece, I don't think you could ever go wrong with that. Now, sheer dressing is very much still going to be a thing, but I think we're going to see a lot more of the head to toe lace. Still sheer in my opinion, but maybe a little less sheer than the organza chiffon fabric, if that makes any sense. Somehow I think you're less naked to the world if you're wearing lace than if you're wearing chiffon fabric. Don't know if that quite makes sense. We are going to see a lot of electric colors in general this season. Marni, Saint Laurent, Tom Ford, we saw a lot of more vibrant colors, a lot more than we have in the past seasons. Saint Laurent had a bunch, and I'm talking a bunch, of these vibrant orange, purple, vibrant blue colors. There was also a vibrant purple, which I think we'll see a lot of purple this season as well. And it is kind of refreshing to see these very vibrant colors take center stage as opposed to the more muted colors. And even though I absolutely love a more muted color, I'm definitely more of a neutral girly. I love seeing color on other people. I love seeing color, especially in the fall winter months. Kind of when winter is very dull, boring, depressing. It's nice to see us have fun with fashion through colors. Now I'll get to the trending colors in a little bit, but I do think we're going to see a resurgence of vibrant colors, and maybe more so a resurgence of just pure maximalism and actually just having fun with colors. Now the last trend that I want to speak to you about is an accessory, and we are going to see the rise, or not really the rise, but statement belts in general. For spring summer, we've definitely started to see a rise of wearing multiple belts. Like the multiple belt is literally the outfit, if not the shirt. And frankly, I love that. Is it the most wearable and comfortable? Probably not. But for fall winter, I think we're using belts in a more accessible way. We're really honing in on these bold accessories. We're going to see a lot of bold belts, but also bold aviators, bold earrings. Schiaparelli, or Schiaparelli, however you want to go about it, had these bold, chunky belts, and oh my god, I feel like I'm dreaming about them still. I mean, Daniel Roseberry can do no wrong in my opinion, but these belts, these layered chunky belts, were really the star of the outfit in my opinion. And I think if you don't know what to wear, you can really hone in on the belt action. You can really just stack away your belts and have that be the star of the show. Balmain also had these very chunky belts within the outerwear, but also their bags. Not the biggest fan of Balmain bags in my opinion, but I will say in terms of the ready to wear, stellar. Actually, that belt bag by Balmain was kind of the first bag from Balmain where I was actually kind of like, oh, it's not bad. Not terrible, but not bad. And a perfect example of having a simple outfit but taking it up a notch with accessories is a look by Ferragamo. It was either a simple brown or camel look, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it had this giant belt bag, these two belt bags off your hip. And the belt bag was definitely the star of the show. I mean, that's where your eyes led to immediately. Could the belt bag be on its way back? Okay, who knows? Referencing Saint Laurent once again, they had these belts, a very simple, almost just a tie belt. Almost just go get any string of fabric that you possibly have and tie it around your waist, call it a day kind of thing. But a very simple way to add a pop of color into your wardrobe through a belt or through an accessory. And two, it's a great way to cinch in the waist. Okay, give your body some body. Gucci also had their giant horsebit belt, and frankly, I loved it. It was so big that from afar, it almost doesn't even look like a horsebit. It just looks like almost like a sculptural piece around your body. And that also could be because I have absolutely terrible vision. But honestly, I loved it. And if there's one thing that you should know about me is that the Gucci giant GG Marmont belt, you know, the giant one, forever haunts me. So the fact that I love a Gucci maxi belt, I think that says something. Now those are all the trends that I think are worthy of speaking about. There are a lot more trends where that came from, as there are every single season. But I think those are the trends that I think are 1, wearable, 2, you can easily incorporate in your wardrobe, and 3 are ones that you can have a little bit more fun with. But let's get into the more fun bits of it all. Let's get into the trending colors. Number 1 is a color that I absolutely love, okay? It is powder pink, although that's not really quite powder pink, but you get the point. We have seen pink over the spring, summer, and we're going to see pink follow into the fall, winter. Thank God. We saw this color going down multiple runways, Gucci, Valentino, Burberry, Victoria Beckham, just to name a few, because quite honestly there was a lot of pink. Sit down and brace yourselves, okay? Especially if you love the color burgundy. Now burgundy is not out, okay? We definitely still saw some burgundy, but it is being replaced with its sister, its cousin if you will, a vibrant red. Now red has been a key color over the past couple years, I want to say maybe around since 2020, but more of a darker shade of red, more of a burgundy. This time around we're going to be swapping it a little bit with vibrant red, and I think red is the perfect pop of color. For me, a pop of red is a must in a wardrobe because a pop of red goes with so much, specifically through bags and shoes, which we already have been seeing for quite some time. Burgundy has had its moment, and now red is definitely coming out to play, and we saw this through the runways of Bottega Veneta, a lot of Valentino. I mean, the Valentino runway show was these bathroom stalls that were entirely red. The next color that will dominate is gray, and we are definitely no strangers to gray. I did a video a while back on the spring summer trends that we were going to see. I did that a while back. I will insert that above if you want to have a look. But in that video I spoke about the color gray being very dominant. That color is going to continue on in the fall winter months, as it should, because I think gray is a great neutral color. Mind you, you can go a little wrong with gray and you can go very right with gray. I personally think if you're going to go gray, you need to go full on monochrome. Now the fact that gray was very popular in the spring summer months and is going to follow suit into the fall winter, that just goes to show that you can really wear your pieces all year round. So considering that gray was a color that was very dominant in spring summer, don't put your pieces away, okay, because you can carry those out for fall winter ahead. And finally, the last color that I saw a lot of, I'm talking the most out of every other color, which is surprising because it is a color that you probably have the most of in your wardrobe if you're like me. I'm talking about the color black. Black was by far the most commonly seen on the runway. The first 13 looks of the Hermes show were entirely black monochromatic looks, and when I speak about black, I'm really speaking about monochromatic head to toe black looks. Hermes, Givenchy, Isabel Marant, Stella McCartney, Victoria Beckham, quite honestly every single runway show that there was featured at least a couple black monochrome looks. Okay, maybe not every single runway show, but a lot of them. And before you say black isn't a trendy color, it's not even a color, okay, I would agree. I would argue that black is less of a trendy color and more of a timeless color. Like black you will never get sick of, you will never get rid of. I'm telling you, when I did that TikTok and I went through all of the looks from Fashion Month, there was so many full black looks. So get ready to wear your black, okay, all fall winter, and you know, honestly the rest of your life, because black is not going anywhere. But you know what, okay, be ready to be trendy and your black fabulous outfits. So those are officially all of the trends and the trend colors that I want to talk to you about. Let me know down in the comments if you are excited or not excited about some of these trends. Let me know your thoughts because I'm dying to know, and I hope you're excited for the fall winter months. Personally, it is my favorite season, especially when it comes to dressing. I love a fall outfit, fall layering. Bring on the outerwear, bring on the layering. Oh, I love it so much. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I truly hope you did enjoy. And I will see you in next Sunday's video, and I hope you have the most fabulous day ahead. Bye guys.